Hello fellow audio nerds, I'm Steph and this is Major Hi-Fi. I'm super excited to share my review with you of the Beyerdynamic Amiron wireless headphone. Full disclosure, I'm a big fan of Beyerdynamic. I own two of their headphones, the DT990s and the DT240s. So when I got a chance to get my hands on these, the Amiron wireless, I was pretty excited. Now these are sort of in a class of their own. They're marketed as an audiophile wireless headphone. Now some might say that's an oxymoron, and that's why I'm excited to get into this review, because I want to kind of help you make that conclusion for yourself. So without further ado, let me hop in my little time machine here, and I will travel back to when I first listened to these headphones for the first time, to give you my first impressions first, and then after spending a little time with them, let you know how it went. All right, here we go. Hey everybody. So yeah, I've got my Amiron wireless here, and I'm gonna give it a first listen today. So let's open it up and see how it looks here. First things first, this case seems really nice. It's got like this semi-hard kind of case with a zipper along the side, so let's open it up here. And yeah, it's really nice. Here are the headphones. You've also got a couple of cables here. It's a charging cable, so this is the USB-C cable, and then an audio cable. Yeah, so just looking at these headphones, the weight feels pretty good. It's not too heavy, it's quite light, but it still has some weight to it. And yeah, look at this headband. Really thick cushioning on there, and soft. The material here is pretty interesting too. Seems like kind of a stretchy spandex sort of material, like might be pretty breathable. Like it probably wouldn't get too hot, and but yeah, the headband seems durable. It's also really quite flexible here. Let me try it on, see how it feels here. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Really comfortable actually. I like Beyerdynamic. I like the way Beyerdynamics fit. I own a couple of them myself. They've got the circular ear cup, which is, not too many headphone companies do that sort of thing. And I know some people don't like it, but for me it feels really comfortable. The ear pads too are really soft, kind of another interesting material. It reminds me almost of that Audio-Technica, the ADX5000 at like Alcantara. I'm not sure, I'll check that. I'm not sure if this is actually that material or not, but it kind of seems like it's almost like a suede sort of material here. And the ear cups, yeah, they're kind of large, but I feel like with the fit, I'm like looking at myself in the camera here, the fit it's not like too bulky, but they do fit like totally over the ears, and now that I sit and focus on it for a second, they're really quite sound isolating too, which is nice if you're trying to travel with these or commute or whatever it is that you're trying to do with them. And then yeah, finally, these yokes seem really sturdy as well. It lets the ear cup sort of rock back and forth here, and they attach on the sides. It's like a metal. So it feels really good. So over on this ear cup, we've got the power button / like Bluetooth pairing button. Let's see. So pressing this, yeah, you get a little flash. Also, this ear cup, reading up on it, this ear cup is actually a touch sensor as well, so I'll test the function of that, but cool. So yeah, I'm gonna give these a listen and bring you along for that ride. I'm just going to listen wirelessly today through my phone. So this camera right in front of me here, this is my phone. So I'm gonna quickly do like a camera switcheroo and then connect this stuff. All right, see you soon. All right, so now I'm going to pull up the Bluetooth settings on my phone here. And turn on the Amiron wireless. So To do that, I'm just gonna press and hold this button here and wait until it flashes blue and red. Blue and red, alright. You can see that. So yeah, here it is right in my devices. Just clicked it real quick and it's connected. Cool, that was easy. Alright, so I'm gonna just start giving this a listen, and I'll interrupt that to tell you a little bit about what I hear. Wow, right away, the sense of depth is like really quite remarkable. Yeah, so I'm listening to Sweet Amarillo by Old Crow Medicine Show, and whoa, yeah, the toms and like the kind of the drum part that's going on is really like nice and detailed. There's a little bit of a bump in the bass, but it's not like overpowering or anything. It's really kind of natural. But yeah, the way that like those drums are able to separate and reach like quite the depth they do with the bass at the same time. Yeah, it's really impressive. Yeah, like the lows in particular, I'm listening for right now. They're really kind of like quick, and as a result of that low bass of this song really comes through in a nice way. The pitch is kind of true to the song, so it's not an easy feat for sure. There's definitely a smiley face curve to these headphones that I can hear. It's definitely recessed a bit. Now I'm listening to Coltrane's song Cattin', and the mid-range is really interesting on these headphones, like kind of unlike anything else I've really heard. Because it is like kind of recessed, that mid-range, but like the piano, for example, in this song, it's quieter than it usually is in the mix, but it's still really like full and even sounding. Like it still has all the harmonics that you sort of want in that mid-range, especially like with the piano, but it's just a little bit quieter than usual. So yeah, really well done. Really like realistic mid-range, even though it's like a little bit quieter. Yeah, no, I definitely do hear like some emphasis in the high, like the high stuff, and like the high mids a little bit. So I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna switch over to some music with some vocals and see how it responds to potential sibilance. Let's see. Yeah, that's beautiful. What an interesting, man, it's really well done. The vocals have a lot of presence and airiness to them. I'm listening to a song by Margaret Glaspie. I'm like so into her music right now. And I love checking for harshness in vocals, because she's got, like, the character of her voice kind of can reveal some of that stuff on like a too bright headphone. So yeah, I'm listening to the song Somebody to Anybody, and yeah, what an interesting thing, because yeah, the vocal is beautiful and airy and yet powerful, but at the same time, there's kind of a smoothness in the high mids that make it really not painful, make it really nice. Yeah, and it doesn't feel harsh at all. It feels smooth. Still airy, but smooth. Switching over to Michael Jackson's Thriller, because I know that song real well. Let's see how it does with the high frequencies. Yeah, there's a lot of extension there. That hi-hat is really crisp, but also like airy and smooth sounding. It's not like painful or pointy at all. It's really, really nice and smooth. Yeah, really punchy too. Man, it's awesome. Alan, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Hovanes. Symphony number 22, song City of Light. And the soundstage is gorgeous. Like, really impressive. This is Bluetooth? What? It's awesome. Like, the cellos and the violins are doing this, like, sort of breathing motion sort of pattern thing, and it's beautiful, and it's quick enough where, like, it's really kind of emotionally impactful here. How can a smiley face curve sound good with classical? This is like the first I've ever heard like that. That's interesting. It's cool. Wow. These are awesome. I'm really looking forward to listening to these more. Oh yeah, let me double check the like the controls on the ear cup real quick here. Alright, so play, pause. Yep. Okay, that's cool. Turn it up. Yeah. Gotta put a little bit of pressure, more pressure than I was expecting actually. But yeah, it all seems to work quite well. Alright, cool. Well, yeah, a little bit more pressure than I was expecting to have to do, but overall, yeah, effective. Cool, alright, well, let me spend a little time with these, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so, in the video, back to Steph from the future. So the low frequencies of these headphones have a little bit of a bump down there. It's not going to give you an exaggerated sub bass that you might want for hip-hop or pop or electronic music, but rather it just kind of creates this foundation that is really nice with kick drums, bass guitars, bass synths, cellos, pianos, anything that really just kind of needs all of that information to be accurate and still kind of punchy. Despite that sort of modest sub bass, you will sort of get really nice like bass extension from this, and there's sort of a realness that comes out of the low end for me with these headphones. Now, the high mid frequencies of these headphones are awesome because somehow they maintain a lot of detail and clarity, but they're still super smooth. So this sort of helps to avoid ugly sibilants that you might want to try and avoid, especially if you're listening to a female vocalist, singer, songwriter, folk artist, or something like that, where sometimes those S's can really pop through in an ugly way. But with these headphones, it's nice and smooth. And not only does it help with vocals, but it also helps with sort of brighter jazz recordings too, and brighter classical recordings. You still get the nice details and breadth of the sax, for example, but it won't blow your head off, really. And this recessed mid-range is really quite impressive and special. The reason I say that is that it's a very even mid-range, even though it's generally a little bit quieter and a little bit softer. So the sort of result is that instruments sound really natural, even though they're a little bit quieter in the mix. So while this does have a smiley face curve, it still works for classical music and jazz music, things that need a very even mid-range, because it does have a very even mid-range. It's just a bit quieter. The high frequencies are clear, they're really pretty, and they're a bit accented. So cymbals sound really sort of like lavish and nice and pretty. You'll get lots of air with these, and percussion will kind of sprinkle its way through in the mixes. If you don't want something that has that kind of brightness to it, then you might not like these. But I think it really contributes actually to not only the sound stage of the headphones, but also the emotional impact, because you get the breathiness from certain instruments that you might not with a darker pair of headphones. And finally, the sound stage is really remarkable and incredible for a pair of Bluetooth, especially a pair of Bluetooth closed back headphones. That was the one thing that I was so very impressed with. You know, I'm not really sure how they did it, but you get a really nice sense of tallness, top to bottom, and width, and the depth is there as well. It's not going to be like an open back pair of headphones exactly, but you really, if you close your eyes, you can really place things in the stereo field, both left to right and front to back. So overall, the soundstage was really impressive, and kind of, for me, took these headphones from, okay, this is a wireless pair of headphones, to now marching into audiophile territory, because while the sound signature of the frequency response is really nice and awesome too, the soundstage is really where, you know, I started to feel like, okay, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. It's really cool. In conclusion, these headphones are awesome, and if you are an audiophile looking for a portable listening experience, but you're not really into earphones, I think that these headphones are your next best bet for sure, because not only are they super portable, I mean, it's a wireless pair of headphones, but they sound great. And so long as you sort of vibe with the sound signature I've described, a little bit of a V-shaped but still really natural sounding, I think that you'll really like these headphones. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like the direction that these videos are going. And for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Alright everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye.